Hello again. We're on the other side now of page 27, and we're going to talk about when we want to compare rates. So sometimes we want to know if two rates are equivalent, or we want to know which rate is faster or slower or better or worse or whatever. So I'm going to steal these right out of your packet. So one of the ones they give you, and they give you a double arrow graph for this, is calories per minute. So probably thinking about somebody who's exercising or trying to figure out something related to their food intake. And we have 0, 0, 25 to 5, 50 to 10. We'll do one more, 75 to 15. So it asks us to write a rate that represents that situation. So we can write a lot of different rates. We'll write 3, 4 based on what we see. So first of all, we see that it's 0 calories in 0 minutes. That seems pretty useless, but it is a rate. 25 calories in 5 minutes. 50 calories in 10 minutes. 75 calories in 15 minutes. Because these are on a double arrow, we know that all of these are equivalent, okay, because they're keeping in step with each other. This is not something that's changing. So these are all equivalent rates. Now, given this information, I have not been given the unit rate, but I can figure it out. So it might be helpful to think of this in terms of our tables that we did before. So if we have calories and we have minutes, I know that I can go through 25 calories in 5 minutes. So if I want to find the unit rate, I either want to find the amount of time it takes me to burn 1 calorie, or I want to find the number of calories I can burn in 1 minute. Let's go with that one. So before, remember the rule is whatever you do to one quantity, you must do to the other. Same deal here. So how do I go from 5 to 1? I do 5 divided by 5. So even though I'm doing a different operation before, this is the exact same thing you've already done. You're just using division instead of multiplication. So to go, I have to do the same thing to the top. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. So the unit rate, which we did not have before now, the unit rate is 5 calories per minute, or 5 calories in 1 minute. Because remember, we have to have one of the units in order for it to be a unit rate. Okay, let's do a different one from the page, and this asks us to decide whether the rates are equivalent, whether they are the same. So we're definitely going to need to use this method again. So looks like we're talking about either heartbeats or a percussionist. I don't know, probably heartbeats. 30 beats in 20 seconds. 90 beats in 60 seconds. So I can do this a couple of ways. You're going to get really good at drawing these tables, man. I'm telling you what. Beats, seconds. I don't want to throw them both in the same table because that can be confusing. So let's just start with the one that shows up first, is 30 beats in 20 seconds. What I'm first going to test is I'm going to pick one of these numbers So let's pick 90. I'm going to put in 90 beats and see what I will get for the number of seconds. So I know that to go from 30 to 90, I have to multiply by 3. Whatever I do to one quantity, I have to do to the other. So 20 times 3 is 60. Now I can look back and check. Did I get the same number? Yes. So those quantities are equivalent. So we'll call that the plug and chug method. Another way we can tell if two units are equivalent is to find the unit rate. If they both have the same unit rate, then they're equivalent rates. So if we have 30 beats in 20 seconds, we need to get down to, I shouldn't say unit rate. Okay, it can be a unit rate, but it doesn't have to be a unit rate. It can be calculate a common rate. Oh dear. So they're both divisible by 10. I feel like I've confused you. I'm sorry. These are both things that are divisible by 10. So let's see if we can figure out how many beats it would be in 10 seconds. Or how long 10 beats would take. So I'm looking at this one here. If I was going to do 10 seconds, that would be half as many beats. So that would be 15 beats in 10 seconds. To look at this one here, if I was going to look at 10 seconds, I would say, all right, it will be 1/6 as many beats. So basically I took 60, I divided it by 6, so I have to do 90 divided by 6. 90 divided by 6 is 15. So when I calculate a common rate of both, the common rates for both were both the same. So yes, these are equivalent rates. I might have to clear some of that up with you in class if I messed that up, but hopefully you get the general idea.